Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Andy's Mini Adventures. Now, I'm going to start these videos by saying I am not a professional. I am a home mechanic who knew next to nothing, and I still know next to nothing. So the whole point of this channel is to learn on the car as I'm going, use the manuals, do research, and also, get help from you guys as well. So it's very much a collaborative thing. The last thing I want you thinking is that I'm a professional. I guess there's no danger of that. So, today's episode is a tricky one. Recently, I found I had no brake lights, my indicators weren't working, and my hazards were intermittent. Now, there are a few things that can cause this that I've read up about. One is the flasher unit underneath the bonnet. Another thing is the flasher unit underneath the dashboard inside the car. Another one is the hazard switch inside on the dash. That's kind of like a little intersection, a motorway, a roundabout of all the different cables and wires that apparently feed the indicators. And it could be the fuses. Now I'm waiting on the fuses, but I do know that inside here, the actual fuse box, some of those fuses are wrong. They're way higher amperage than they need to be, and apparently that's a bad thing. So I've got some correct ones on order. So today's going to be a bit of trial and error. Let's see if swapping out each of these elements will resolve the issue. Wish me luck. Let's do it. We're going to need a few things. I went to Mini Spares for my stuff. Here is apparently the appropriate hazard switch for the physical inside the cockpit on the car. We have the hazard flasher unit. Now this is a different shape to the one that's on the car currently, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. And then an indicator flasher relay. It's this guy. This guy is cylindrical, so let's replace them one by one and see how we get on. Oh, and you're also going to need some tools. So one of the flasher units under the bonnet has a little plastic housing clip that I can tell mine's wobbly, so I'm going to give that a little tighten up with a Phillips. And you're going to need something like this, super small, that you can prise the old hazard switch out of the cockpit. I might need two of these sorts of things. We're going to see how we go, but these sort of things hold it in place. So I'm going to need to slide and push down and try and lever out a bit without breaking anything. We want to keep all these the same as well. So let's start with this. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take off the old one and hope that we have some similar connectors. There we go. So I'm going to push the new one back on. Get him on nice and firmly. So I have just plugged in the battery kill switch and I want to see if actually anything's now working. And straight away, she's flashing. Could it have been the hazard switch all along? Okay, so the next thing to replace, just to see if it speeds up the timing of these hazards, is this little puppy here. This is the hazard flasher unit on this car. It's by the wiper motor. And it's a bit wobbly, so I think for a start the bracket that it's on is not tight. Even I can figure that out. So I'm going to whip it off and then pop this one in. Now the difference is this one is square, but the 12 volts, 21 watts times 4 that's written on it matches what's on there. And again, this has come from a reputable company, so I'm going to just chance my arm. Oh, that was easy. So that's come out. There's LB written on this. You probably can't see LB, and that's the way around, LB. So I'm going to put this one in, but I'm also going to tighten this puppy up to the body of the car. Okay, let's see if that's sped anything up or whether I've broken something. Good Lord. That's a loud click, isn't it? The last one to replace is this. This is the indicator relay that lives underneath the dash. Just here, you can just see it. Now, apologies if you can't see what I'm doing here. There's got 2 terminals on it. It's just flapping around. So I'm going to try and take these off, get it the right way around, and get the new one on. This one does look a tiny bit old. A little bit of corrosion on the terminals there. So let's do one final test. Do all the lights and make sure everything's working. Okay, so as before, hazards. The world's loudest click. Okay, key in the ignition. Turn that on. Left. Oh. Interesting. They're just staying on, aren't they? They're not flashing. Unless the LB is the wrong way around, which is possible. Well, that's made a huge difference. So, I put the new one in and it was just staying on permanently when I was trying to like, that's a bit weird, why is that working? Took it apart, made sure everything looked all right, put it back together again. I thought, I'm gonna have to clean up the old one. Then I remembered there was a post the other day, someone swapped their indicator flasher unit and the terminals were around the wrong way. All I did was just swap the leads over and now, as you saw, she indicates so fast. The only thing I'm noticing is it's not clicking when indicating, which is a little bit annoying. So that relay unit doesn't click. So you just got to keep an eye on the dash, make sure that you are indicating or to remind yourself that you're still indicating. I'll keep this anyway in the meantime, but it is completely changed how quickly it all works. So I am over the moon. The hazards work, the indicators work, the brake lights work. That's all that needs to be said. Hope you've enjoyed this journey with me. I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. I've missed doing this, you've no idea. Big love to you all. Take care for now.